Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the World of Contraptions, episode 3. In this episode, we finished the harvester setup that you see behind us, and it automatically behind me, and you see that it automatically produces many varieties of crops, and we can just replace them and put whatever one we need at the moment. And we also finalized the changes to the iron farm to allow it to work properly, and I fixed all the various issues I had with it. Okay, so one change I did make in between episodes was I put this ladder here so that if I ever want to get back on the top, I can always just do that. And then I also put in extra hoppers because between episodes I'd forgotten to put the right amount of hoppers in. I was thinking though that I might make there be a ladder at the back so I can kind of see what's going on. I was also thinking since I have it so far up, I don't need to have it so far up. I'm probably gonna lower it a bit, but like keep the villagers and zombie at the same place so that the iron golems can better see the villagers. It is not spawning zombies. Iron golems at a pretty it's taking a pretty long time. This is 3 block high. Yeah, it's really strange because they are definitely being terrified and definitely does spawn iron golems every once in a while, but it's not spawning them consistently. It's not keeping them spawning. So I need to figure out. I don't know. Well, hopefully it'll work better soon. Maybe they just need to sleep or something. They shouldn't need workstations. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the press look a little bit better and also just kind of landscape this out a bit. I can actually just keep this block over here. These blocks, I should say. Because then it'll be easy to get the sheep in. But they should stay up. I'll also need to get at least 2 wool to make carpet with, because carpet is my choice of escape route. And I'll put one here just for easy access of it out right by my bed. Yeah, so this is just really very makeshift, that's for sure. But that's all right. And okay, I'm gonna use my iron very frugally because I'm assuming that the iron farm will eventually start working. If necessary, I might eventually look up an iron farm tutorial. I know Raiseworks has a bunch of iron farm tutorials, and I think Tango did a few. And so I think Raiseworks definitely has like a really simple iron farm tutorial. And all I'll really need to do is just move the zombie and the villagers. That'll be the problem. The other parts I can always move around. So yeah. One thing I could do in the bottom is I could move all of the stuff with water into a corner hopper. Okay, it's not a thunderstorm. Well, those are just thoughts. So maybe I will eventually move it all into the corner. But for now, I need to get some sheep. I'm just gonna sleep because I don't want to have it where it's just super dark and gloomy like this. But yeah, maybe I'll just get all my animals in the same pen for now, just because it will be cost effective in terms of the fences I definitely want to use, and it'll be cost effective in terms of the use of fences. You guys breedable again? I might see if I can get some cows as well because I'll need a bunch of stuff that's reliant on cows. There's a lava pool right there. I literally went so far away, and there were 2 lava pools that were closer, one of which is literally in my backyard. My gosh, how am I so oblivious to my surroundings that I literally just can't find something that is like a step away from me? So, let's start ideating. I want the profits from this to come out here. Ooh, what am I doing? Okay, this thing is gonna have to be on the ground, but I'll have it go up by 1 for the okay, basically so the idea is to have a windmill bearing in the middle, spin it around with harvesters to harvest this entire area, and then once it'll have on the end of the last harvester, there'll be a portable storage interface, one above it, then this one will connect, and then there'll be a chute under here. So I guess I can do that part, and then put the portable storage interface on top of that. Ooh. Oh, that does it. Oh, okay. Let me get something. What is it called? The wrench. I have it on me. I'm an imbecile. So if I do this, if I do that, there we go. Perfect. So then, when I do this, will it work? No, because it has to be one further part. Why did I take this out of my inventory? Okay. Let's do that and that and that. I don't need to have that on me at this moment. So then if I do, I can actually just do this. Oh, well, this. So windmill bearing in the middle. So if I do that there, I can always just turn it up like that. There we go. I'll do 4. I think 4 should be enough sails. And always I can expand it as well. I'm thinking about just doing one block outwards, but we'll see. I don't have any strong farmland things, so how the heck is it not breaking literally every time that I'm accidentally falling on it? That I do not understand. Okay, so this row I will put as wood because it's just gonna constantly be getting harvested. Oh, I have to. And then also I'll have to get rid of these because it'll have to harvest those. Okay. So basically what's going to happen is I did this because every time I stop it, it's going to have to get stopped on this particular patch. So I put wood there to symbolize this is where it's going to stop. So I will also now get out one of the mechanical, what is it called? Mechanical harvesters. Yeah. And put it there. Okay. Can I not put it there? Oh, I have to put it against the block, don't I? Well, if I... Okay. If I do this and I get rid of that, it stays there. Yay. Okay, that's mildly annoying. Okay. So, at this point, it would be functional if I superglue that. All I need to do then is get a slime, which means I need a... Okay, so superglue, how much slime does it need? It needs 2 slime balls. Each slime ball needs 1 lime dye. So, that means I can smelt... I have sea pickles. And if I smelt 2, I'll still have plenty left over. So that's what I did. I put a fence gate here so that open fence gate would walk on top of it, thinking it's fine, but it would just fall into it. But it's not going to do that for now because there's no golem that is spawning up here. Why? You have plenty of light. Well, maybe not here. I need to check spawning conditions for Iron Golem, or like check with Iron Golem farm and get inspiration from it because for some reason my design is just not working in the slightest, and that is so frustrating to know. Ooh, there's also something I learned, which is that for durability, it's called advanced tooltips, and I believe it's F3/H. So if I go here, yep, there we go. I am frustrated. I'm frustrated. That's what it is. It's advanced tooltips. Good to know. I do need a millstone. Because I need to grind up some wheat flour for the slime as well, for the glue. Okay, so now I have made this base. I'm so dumb. I have been doing stuff this whole time and I haven't been speaking. I feel like an absolute idiot. Let me double. I am recording. I've been. Okay, this is what happened. I was making edits to my farm this whole time and I wasn't speaking, and so it's just been dead footage this whole time. Which is useless unless I do a voiceover, which I feel like is kind of weird. I might like time lapse it or something just so that I don't lose it entirely. But you know, I that was terrible. Anyway, what I did was I made additions to this form. I put more sails, so now it's moving a lot faster. Just 2 sails on each side of it. Then I put the chests on top of each other because it wouldn't fit side by side anymore. I have the, what is it called? The portable storage interface, and they just connect each time, and it leads into this chest. I have these wood blocks so that when I stop it, it has somewhere to stop over, and I don't have to worry about it breaking the crops or whatever. For now, I only have 1 harvester. I will need to get, I think it's 3 more. Yeah, 3 more. And I kind of have like a mix of stuff. I mainly wanted to do the wheat so that I could get a bunch of slime, but I don't even know exactly if I need a bunch of slime. So I might start, but definitely the crops I want to grow the most is tomatoes, potatoes, carrots, onion, and cabbages and wheat. Cassava, I'm not really worried about it. So I'm actually going to also move all of these seeds and crops over because it is not going to do. I'm going to put it with all the sort of stuff that is like it in here. Now I'm going to check my iron farm to see if I have any iron. I can't believe this whole time I was recording and I wasn't talking about what changes I made. I mean, it's kind of simple changes, but it's annoying that I didn't at least comment on it, so that if I did want to put it in as footage, then I have footage for it. But no, I was just like, let's just be quiet this whole time. So this is officially my first contraption. It cut down that wheat, so now, yeah, it's gonna do a bit better of a job now. This is supposed to be producing iron, but if it's clearly not doing it very well. I don't know why. I don't think I'm losing a bunch of iron. In any case, if I go down here, so especially because I was gaining iron before, so like, why would I be just losing a ton now? So villagers are frightened. It spawned an iron golem before when I was up there. Okay, what if I do this? I'm gonna block this up really quickly. Yes, okay, so I'm safe going over this. Oh, so if I do that, I said if I do that, and that, then what happens if I then go like this? Threatening zombie, come on. Come on, don't you feel super threatened and everything? I don't understand, why aren't they spawning it anymore? They spawned too, like, instantly when I first put them in there. When I first put the zombie in there, at least. Okay, I now know what the problem is with this setup. Apparently, the villagers need workstations. I thought they didn't need workstations anymore, but I was evidently wrong. What I'm going to do is I can just easily add some composters, and if that is indeed the problem, which I believe it is, then they should instantly just start, what am I trying to say? They should instantly just start spawning iron golems, because they are clearly terrified. Theoretically, that should solve all my problems. Just that one little itty-bitty step. Actually, wait, I should check and see if they're actually farmers now. I don't think they're farmers yet. Should they not be terrified to become farmers? Okay. Well, they might not be allowed to be terrified if they're to become farmers. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly block off the zombie from their viewpoint. Are these not valid workstations for them? Okay, if I move it up 1, will it then become valid for them? Yes, okay, so if I do this... Oh, jeez. They should still not be able to get out, okay. And then, okay, so this should fix all my problems, because they are farmers now. Okay, they're terrified. They have a workstation, they have beds. So, now, they should be spawning golems. Once again. They should be able to sleep in there. They probably, okay. So they probably just need to sleep the night away, and then... Okay. I'm assuming that that's going to be the problem. They just need to sleep, and then they'll spawn iron golems. So, theoretically, they should be getting iron produced once again. Ooh, okay, so it's nighttime. So the villagers should be sleeping, and so then once they have slept, they should be able to produce more iron golems, if that is indeed the problem. Okay, you're terrified, you've slept, you have imposters. Come on, composter. Come on. You have space to spawn the golems. I've seen you spawn the golems before. We know that you're terrified. Do they have to sleep multiple nights? Okay, Rainsworks has told me that I'm not stupid. It just needs, the farm just needs some time to warm up, 2 days in fact, because basically they have to work in their workstation in the early morning, which was just after I thought they had slept, which they had slept, but they needed to work in their workstation first, and then after that, the next day they need to sleep, and then they'll start spawning iron golems. So since I didn't have the workstation that morning that I just had, they slept, and so now they just need this next morning in order to have them, what's the word? In order to have them sleep, and, yeah. Turn cam on. Oh yeah, also I added a free cam mod, so I can basically just, go everywhere, and if I do this, then I go back. So that'll help with like good perspective shots and all that sort of stuff. Ooh, is that a slime chunk I hear? There we are. It is in here. So are a ton of other mobs. So you know what? I'll leave this link here. So that is definitely interesting. And then here is the way down to my mine, which I am going to block up with some of my conveniently acquired dripstone, and that'll also be sufficient as a marker to say, hey, this is, oh jeez, oh that's gonna be annoying. Okay, well, let us hope that it is nighttime as it appears it is, and I can test to see if my iron farm is working. If it is, that'll mean good source of iron for all of my create contraptions, for all of my harvesters that I want to have. I can just get as many as I need. I can make as many iron tools as I want because I don't have to fear for it, like for the cost in iron as opposed to the reward. I just want to hear those footsteps of an iron golem. That's all I need to hear. Okay. None yet. None yet. But please. This should be sufficient spawning spot for an iron golem. It is within 6 blocks down from the villagers. I don't know, they specifically want it above them, but I don't think so. No, because they were, okay, so they spawned here once, so I know that it works at least once. Come on. I just need one iron golem to verify that it is indeed working again. Well, I am not going to be disheartened. I am going to give it one more day, just in case I somehow didn't let them work in their workstations before. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give them time to work in their workstations today. Do you have to not be terrified to have access to their workstations? Do you have to give them a time to not be terrified? That would be so complicated. Okay, well, at least now I've heard that they've used their workstations. So, terrified, you've slept, you've used your workstations. So, the next night, at the very least, theoretically, if everything is as it seems, then you should be spawning iron golems. One thing I do eventually want to get is a nether portal, and with the lava lake so near, I can always get that set up pretty quickly. But given how early the game it is and the fact that I don't have diamonds, I can't relocate the portal. So I need to make sure that wherever I place it, I am comfortable with it staying there eternally. So I might put it like up here-ish, somewhere, like in the side of the mountain. There we go, perfect. So that will be where I put my portal eventually. So it's going down, the level's going down. Okay, this will be the true test. Once this is gone, if it still doesn't work, then I will know for sure that. Why did I hear a llama or a cow? Of all places. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. This should be the villagers perfectly ready to start producing iron for me. I think they should be able to work in their own, like, I don't think they'll be stopped from, no, they will. And they need to work in their workstations. Well, that is problematic, because I don't want to go up here each time and then... Okay, because now they'll work in their workstations. Come on, come on. Okay, I think I know what the problem is. So they have to work in their workstation, but as it is, they are not going to work in their workstation because they are constantly terrified and they need to have a moment of respite or like have a place to go where they cannot be terrified. The way Ray's did it in his original design was having the beds kind of layered at different heights, and only at the lower height they have access to the workstation, but also at the lower height, I got rid of that because it was annoying. But also at the lower height, they had access to the workstation and were like couldn't see the zombie, so they wouldn't get scared of it. So that's what I think I'll probably end up doing as well. If I was more expensive, I could put a daylight sensor where in the morning, then it would like go down and block the zombie's vision, but as it is, I am cheap, so editing time. Let me see. Okay, I need to stagger that by putting one of them down. Honestly, a better idea would be to raise it up one, because already it's like super. Which is annoying, because it means I need to raise the zombie up one. Okay, but I'm gonna prepare to raise the villagers up one, and then I'll raise the zombie up one. Jeez. Okay, so if I do this, they should be safe this whole time from any sort of damage and stuff. Also, I mean, actually, I could do the inverse, where they go down in the middle and then they get scared. I got some ideas which might make it so that it's easier to not change the whole entire thing. I think, hypothetically, that... Okay, so they should... Also, I could change the front bit, which I might just do. Theoretically, this should solve all my problems. But we'll see. I don't know if it will. It feels kind of like something that wouldn't solve all my problems. The golems are spawning once more. Don't know what I did, but I did something. Wait, no, because... And why aren't you going in the middle anymore? I might have to use the Raceworks water trick. Let's see though. Okay, so there's one villager who isn't able to use their workstation. But if I do that, I'm putting a tent block in. Yeah? They're all three of you farmers? Yes, they're all three farmers. It's working. Okay, they're all farmers. They all have access to their workstation at some point. They have a way to hide from the zombies. More golems are spawning. OMG. This is a momentous occasion. Theoretically. Yes. I might need to relocate this. Maybe, just maybe. Oh, that's a weird... yeah, I'll need to relocate that. So, now the golem spawns. Theoretically, it should just work. Why did the ladder breaking sound exactly like Iron Golem footsteps? I'm just thinking about that now, but they sound very similar. There's another golem. It is 1,000,000% working. And it just went directly in. Oh my gosh, it is working. Somewhat customized, but props to Raceworks. I just basically copied the design from him. I put these in the corner just so that the golem will be even more convinced to walk in. I'm putting that in the center because I just looked it over. My villager box is an amalgamation of my own creation. That is a rhyme that I didn't intend to make, but it sounds perfect. And then I just put a zombie that's perpetually jumping because it loves it. That's how it dances, and it loves dancing. In all seriousness, though, I am so glad that this is now working. Also, Enderman, you are mine to devour the soul of. Let us see. This should get the majority of the iron. The rest that is not gotten, I should eventually be able to make enough of it so that it will go in there. And I think the height is like 128 blocks, so I should be within the height limit for it to be responding to my presence, per se. 4 squashes, and I'll have all of the iron sheets that I need to finish up my harvester setup and have my first contraption instantly ready for use. What am I saying? Instantly ready for use? I must stop you at the precise moment. There we go. Boop boop. And keep going. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you will come back for the next one. Thank you for watching. See ya.